Totally forgot who. Oh yeah, there you go. By the way, guys, there is a special tonight. Forgot to bring this up at the beginning of the mic. Chili cheese fries, guys, for $8. You get a big old platter of chili cheese fries. One of the guys asked me in the back. He asked if it was Skyline chili. As I know, Skyline chili is from Cincinnati. It's pretty much spaghetti and chili. No, it's just fries. It's called chili cheese fries. So for fuck's sake, guys, it's not the Skyline chili from Cincinnati. We're not doing that in LA. Guys, next comment coming up. Elon, have you been here before? Is this your first time here? Oh, second time. I just don't remember the last time. Guys, give it for Elon Wu, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, you guys? You guys hear about the OJ dying last week? Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? You know, it's crazy the way he basically crashed the internet. Yeah, the second he died, half of America got online and was like, who the fuck is OJ Simpson? I was watching this Bigfoot documentary the other day. It struck me as how dedicated these Bigfoot hunters were, you know? They're so devoted to something that might not even be real. It's like comedians and their careers. Yeah, last week, April 4th, is a new holiday. It's now National Burrito Day. That's cool, right? I love burritos. And the very next day, April 5th, is now National Toilet Clogging Day. Did you guys see that boat that crashed into that bridge over in Baltimore? It's pretty crazy, right? It crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. That's kind of ironic, right? It's like, oh, say, can you see? There's a giant fucking boat coming! And it said the boat came from Singapore. I was like, ah, crap. Asian driver, you know. Yeah, it said on the news a boat weighed 200 million pounds. That's pretty damn heavy, right? It was actually even heavier. It was actually 300 million pounds. But my ex-wife, she got off the boat right before it hit. Yeah, I was talking to this Persian guy the other day. I was like, you're Persian? From Persia? He's like, yeah, where are you from? He's like, the Han Dynasty, I guess? Yeah, I was watching the World War II documentary. And I noticed that the English, they're all complaining and stuff about the American soldiers taking the women. It's kind of messed up. They had their own little say, too. They're like, the problem with the Yanks is that they're overpaid, oversexed, and overkilled. They'd be all laughing and shit like, ho, ho, ho. It's like, yeah, would you prefer the Nazis, you ungrateful bastards? Yeah, I'm Asian, you know. Asian people, we love Jewish people, you know. All of us. We're like, Sensei, please teach us. I know Jewish people don't like us too much, you know. And I think I know why. It's because of our eyes. It's because if you look, it's not that my eyes are slanted or small. It's that Asian people, we have an extra layer of skin over our eyelids. It's basically a foreskin, right? And you know how Jewish people feel about foreskins. Yeah, I was watching the Oscars a couple weeks ago. It was pretty cool, right? Towards the end, I was getting excited. I was like, hey, look, they're bringing back the mummy. But then I was like, oh no, that's just Al Pacino. Yeah, I was in the United States Army. It's pretty cool, you know. It's kind of weird being the only Asian person, though. You know, every day people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? It's pretty cool being in the Army. You get some good benefits. I'd say the best benefit is the ability to give old men hard-ons. Yeah, old men, they love hearing Army stories. You know, I guess because it makes them feel younger, it gives them hope for the future or something. But if I meet some old guy at a park or something, and I start telling Army stories, I'm telling you, he'll come all over me. Yeah, I noticed a lot of anti-gay cultures are actually quite gay. Like Arab culture, for instance, right? They're kind of notorious for being harsh on their LGBTQ, yet Arab men openly hold hands in the street. How hypocritical is that, right? They're like, don't act gay! La, 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 la. And Russians too, right? They're like world famous for being violent towards their LGBTQ. Yet I was watching the Olympics once, and this Russian gymnast, after he finished his jump thing, instead of high-fiving his teammate, he kissed him on the mouth. Yeah, it wasn't just a peck either. They were like really going at it. Like, we don't tolerate the homosexual in Russia. Come, Vladimir. Very strange. You know, it seems that men in other cultures enjoy a level of intimacy with each other that we just kind of lack out here, you know? And I have seen it a little bit, you know, because I was in the Army. You know, the Army is very anti-gay because it's so gay. Yeah, Yeah, you're constantly surrounded by other dudes, and you're like mostly naked, or sometimes you're just totally naked. Like the shower is a perfect example, right? There used to be this one guy in the shower every time, like a rock hard boner. Yeah, at the time the policy towards gay people in the army was don't ask, don't tell. Nobody had to ask this guy if he was gay or not. He was all knocking over shampoo bottles and shit. Yeah, it's shocking, you know, you walk in the shower and you're like, what the fuck? Eddie, soldier! You know, you're supposed to be hardcore in the army, but not that hard, not that core. With this, here's a story. You're supposed to tell stories and whatever. The story of the first day of the army, when I left to the army, right? Alright, my mom, she came home from work, early from work that day, right? She never done this before. And then we went to Denny's and shit. And then I remember I got spaghetti and sausage. And I was like so fucking nervous, I could barely eat and shit. And then we go home, and then like I got all my stuff ready, and we're just kind of waiting, right? And after a while, I started thinking, oh man, what if my recruiter doesn't show up, you know? Like, yeah, you know? But then right when the time hits, right, I hear this fucking footsteps, you know? It's like these slow footsteps, like not the way a normal person would walk. So I'm like, oh, this guy again, right? I hear him walking up the stairs, he goes up to the front door, right? And then I hear him knocking, like, all slow, right? And so I open the door and it's my recruiter, you know? And by this time, I'd seen him about 4 or 5 times. But I'd never seen him with his full uniform on, right? He has all these medals and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's a fucking war hero and shit. Anyway, he's like, okay, let's go, right? So I turn to my mom, and you know, Asian people, we're not very like affectionate, you know what I mean? And so like, she's like never really hugged me or anything. And so, yeah, she just kind of looks at me like, oh, bye, son. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just turn and I get my stuff and I'm like walking out. And I follow my recruiter right down the stairs. He's parked right there, right? So I get in his car. And he backs up, and right before he's about to pull out, my mom comes flying down the fucking stairs, right? Fucking tears are just pouring down her face and shit. She runs up to the car, she fucking like jumps onto the car and shit. And she's like, I love you, you know, don't die. Like, come home alive and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I love you, mom. You know, I'll be fine, you know, I'll come back. And I give her a big hug and shit. And then we drive off, and I look back, and she's like on the side of the road just bawling, you know, like, And then like an hour later, you know, I call her and shit because I'm all worried. And she's all partying with all her best friends and stuff. And I was like, is that Aunt Bibi in the back? What, is somebody opening a bottle of champagne? Like, wait, are you at a strip club? Hi, my name's Iwano, thank you, right here.
Guys, ever eat one wound, ladies and gentlemen?